And just like that, it's two of me. There we are. There we are. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, how's everybody doing? Good morning. Good morning. All right. So we're turning some of the lights on. We're in my living room. And let me tell you the reason why I'm in here this morning before I head to the office. Because today is Spirit Week. It's HBCU Day. So I have my HBCU gear on and I'm ready to rock and roll. But one of the things that I wanted to do today while I set up is I wanted to use my planner for the first time on a Monday, right? So remember, folks, I'm setting up so that you guys can see into the living room. Uh-oh. So see, this is what happens when you are not 100% fully prepared. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, how's everybody doing? Um, trying to figure out how I did that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set up my camera so that you guys can see what I'm working on. And really what I'm working on is, let me turn this light on. There we go. Okay, great. Awesome. I want to turn this sideways. Good morning. So I can see comments as they come in. Hey, y'all, what's going on? It's your girl, Paulette, and you are in my living room. You're in my living room. Let me see if I can pull this up just a little bit. That's up one. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up. All right, that's a little bit better so that you can kind of see into the living room, kind of, sort of, just a little bit, right? And so let me tell you what we're doing today. I am using my own planner. So I'm using my own planner, and this is what I want to share with you guys. Okay, we're reloading. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So listen, let me tell you what I'm doing this morning. So for those of you all who are just joining, it's your girl Paulette, and this is the day shift. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, I said today we were going to do a recap. So we're going to step outside and do a recap as well, and then I'm going to head off to the office. But the first thing that I want to do, so I went to Office Depot and I got my planner printed so that I can have more copies. Not like I don't have a printer at home. I just like their paper better. So I printed this out and then I went on ahead and I put it into a binder for myself. So I have my binder here, my Brownstone Living Planner. This sucker really has been quite helpful because we got some stuff done. And so let me tell you what that is. So this planner, the way that I'm going to work it this week is, as always, I'm going to be planning out my day. So I have my daily to-dos right here. This is going to be my 6 most important things to do for the day list. This is going to be personal items. And then this is going to be stuff that I need to finish from this list right here in this list. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and fill that out. But the one part that I really want to focus on today is Monday. Monday. So we have Monday right here. Okay. And if you see here on Monday, there's 3 different blocks. There's AM, there's midday, and then there's PM. So for the AM slot, gather the trash. Well, I did that this morning, okay? Because I know the trash runs on Tuesday, so I did that this morning. But if you see a cross here, it's gather the trash all the way through. And the reason why is because you should be gathering your trash every week, every day, get it out the way. All right, so clean my coffee maker, wipe down appliances and counters, and make beds. Well, guess what I did when I got out of bed this morning? I made my bed. Okay, so I can kind of circle that one off because that's already done, and then that's when that one is done as well. The rule of thumb is to only do one item per day parts, right? Okay, so midday, organize the office, clean out my car, vacuum the car, wipe down car interior. Guess what I'm doing today? Cleaning my car. Okay, and so really what this comes down to is I'm just going to clean out my car today. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to circle that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and circle that right here. And then in the 8 p.m., we're going to organize those common areas. Organize those common areas, which is basically it's the end of the day and stuff is getting done. So I already did this and then making the beds. Now, guys, ultimately, at the end of the day, you can do this however you want to do it. But the best way to do this is to make sure that you're doing at least one item per day part. Even if you do them all at the same time, that's fine too. But don't overwhelm yourself. The purpose of this is to only choose one item per day part. So in the AM, pick up your trash. PM, go ahead and wipe the counters down. And then in the midday, you can do something there as well. Does that make sense? I hope that that makes sense. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So now listen, if you look at this very closely, you'll see here that this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it goes on to the rest of your week. And then you even have time for relaxation. So that's the cool thing that I like about my weekly tasks per day. Now, for those weekly tasks per day that I just wrote down, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put them in some time blocks. Okay, so the time blocks are going to actually be the tasks that I just circled. I'm going to give myself a window of time in which to get them done. Okay, so today is Monday, and I actually made my bed this morning at 7 a.m. So I'm going to put that here, made bed. And the other thing that I did, what else did I say that I did? At 7 a.m., I gathered my trash. And that's basically the trash in the bathroom, the trash that's upstairs or whatever. I went on ahead and gathered that and then took it down to the common area where we keep the trash. Okay, so picked up the trash as well. So I took care of everything like that during the 7 a.m. hour. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I can cross it off my list. I'm done for that. Done with that. Now, here's something that I think is super important, and that is that if you're feeling real frisky, you can go ahead and do things like we did yesterday. Okay, so one of the things that we did this morning, or rather last night, was we went ahead and we straightened up the common area. This is considered a common area. This is where most people, when we have guests and stuff like that, we come and we sit in here. Okay, excuse the bare walls. I have not decided what I want to do with the walls and the way that this is cut. I don't know what I'm going to put there, or there. So we'll figure it out. Okay, so you see that I have a lot of wood in here. And that's a handmade piece over there, y'all. I just absolutely think it's adorable. So when I purchased it, the guy that was selling it happened to be in the store that I was in at the time. And so I went on ahead and purchased it. And it's a cute little side table, or it could be a sofa table or whatever. But I put it up against the wall so that I could open up the space in here, right? Okay, so what we did was I have my coffee table and I have all of my wood pieces or whatever. And what I'm going to do, because guess what? I've got some extra time. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wipe down my wood pieces while we hold conversation about the time we had this weekend. Let's talk about it, okay? So one of the things that we did this weekend, y'all, I got up and I decided that I was going to take some me time. I wasn't going to do anything that was pertaining to KCCR. I wasn't going to do anything that was pertaining to anything except enjoying my weekend. So I got up, took Lily to work at like 5:30 in the morning, got back home. I laid back down for a little while, but then I was like, I'm really bored. I don't want to just lay here, looking upside the walls, right? Because you got to give yourself time to breathe and take in the moment. So this weekend, I got up, me and Minnie Mouse, we went and snuck and had breakfast together at this place locally called Grits. It's about maybe a quarter of a mile from the house or whatever. So we went there, and then we kind of hung out all day, and then we ended the day at this place called June Jam. So I was super excited about that. We got to see a live band play in the sand with Amina. We went out and had dinner and just really, really enjoyed the day. Let me tell you why I did that and why I think that it's important for everybody to find that space and that time to spend with your family and with yourself. Because in the midst of everything that we got going on, and I'm notorious for this, I'm guilty of this myself. In the midst of everything that you have going on, one of the things that I find to be hard for me to do is to pull away and to just focus on what I need to for myself, and that's me. So what I decided to do was just take the whole day and do absolutely nothing but what I wanted to do. Y'all, we even went to a peach farm. It's called Greg Farms. It's in Hollandville, Georgia. That's in Pike County. It's about maybe 20 minutes from where I live. And we went out there, we picked peaches, we had peach ice cream. Oh, and we sat out on this beautiful place that they created into a veranda, and we just rocked in chairs and kind of chilled out and had a really, really nice time. And let me tell you what that did for my spirit. It helped me to kind of relax and to calm down, because I'm constantly thinking of the next thing, thinking of the next thing, thinking of the next thing, thinking of the next thing. And in the middle of thinking of the next thing, you can forget the moments that matter the most. And those are with your family, with your friends, with yourself. You know what I mean? Because we always hear about, oh, self-care, this. Y'all don't even understand how important it was for me to do the things that I did this weekend for me, which was absolutely nothing. Then yesterday, I was able to get back into the saddle, had a KCCR staff meeting, and then we're up and running today. So that's kind of where we are right now. But I want to tell you that it is important for you to enjoy life. And so that's what we did this weekend. So I said we were going to do the recap. That was the recap. We had a blast. Promise yourself that you're going to take at least one day out of the week and just do nothing but just relax and just chill out and not think about anything. Because here's something else that I've learned. The things that you are stressed out about, all you're doing is making it worse by stressing out more about it. Relax and allow things to flow through you, and think of creative ways in which to have fun rather than thinking of creative ways in which to figure out what the problem is. Because one thing that I've learned in this life that I've lived, it's going to figure itself out. Okay. And you stressing about it just stresses you out. Right. So definitely wanted to kind of put that in perspective. So again, I've got my block hour plans for the day. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put on here, now that it is after 8 a.m., I'm going to go ahead and dust. Right. Now that is not on my to-do list, but because I'm feeling a little frisky today, I'm going to go ahead and put that at my 8 a.m. portion. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a dust rag, and I'm going to wipe down and guess what we're not going to use today? This is not a Saturday morning deep clean. This is a let's get through the work week kind of deep clean, right? So all we're going to do is wipe the dust down. We're just going to get a dust rag, and and I like the microfiber cloth, so I'm going to go grab one. Okay. So all I'm doing is I'm taking my microfiber cloth, and I'm just going to wipe down the wood surfaces in the house. Now, what that means is I'm going to be picking up some of this stuff, wiping some stuff down. So I'm going to clean off this table. And that's it. Now, on the weekends, what I'm going to do is we're going to use our furniture polish, and we're going to do other stuff, right? So we're just going to get this straight where we can kind of knock some of that out. My little art over here. See that? Something that I just made really quick. The kids gave me a bowl for Mother's Day. And so I just kind of put some little grass in it or whatever. So what we're not going to do is light any candles or anything, but I do like to kind of wipe those off. And then also you can get down here and wipe all of your legs and stuff down. So if you notice, if you do things piece by piece and bit by bit, you're going to get it done. That's the idea, is you want to get it done. Okay. I'm going to wipe down some areas here. And again, this is just to kind of keep the place kind of straight. And I'm going to tell you something. This is the area of the house where most people come through the front door anyway. So I like to kind of keep it straight anyways. These have been dusted off. I'm going to put these back. Straighten up the pillows, which really doesn't mean much straightening because most people, we don't hang out in here, right? This is kind of like I said, the common area or whatever. And I have this cute little desk right here. Wish you guys could see that. Hang on. You probably can. There you go. So this cute little desk area right here. And I'm just going to wipe it down. That's it. So I keep all of my reminders to myself of my events and stuff like that I do. I kind of wipe this down, wipe all around. And like I said, what we do is wipe all this down. And I just hang these back here because, again, these are like my awards to myself. So I just kind of wipe these down. And then over the weekend, what we're going to do is really come in here and do a deep clean and, you know, use my wood cleaner and stuff like that. But it's really to just kind of knock the dust off of diplomas and stuff. You know what I mean? And just kind of give this place a nice wipe down. And that's really about the gist of it. Hang on. That's about the gist of it. See, that wasn't hard at all. Wasn't hard at all. Okay. So that's one. We go ahead and knock that out. And we're done. We're done. We're done. Okay. We're done. We don't have a lot to do. That's just one of the things that I do throughout the day is just make sure that I follow what is on that list so that I'm able to get stuff done around the house. Now, one of the things that we're going to be doing this week is we're going to be doing doing a water vinegar, half water, half vinegar bucket of water. And we're just going to go around and do all of the baseboards. We're going to do all of the baseboards. So I figured, you know, hey, now would be a good time as any to go ahead and knock that out. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking y'all with me so we can go back into the favorite part of the house, which is the kitchen. I'm going to take you back to the kitchen. How about that? All right, so we're back in the kitchen where we spend the majority of our time, right? Let me go ahead and turn this light on so y'all can see the happenings, the goings on before I head to the office. Okay. So she is just going to do what she want to do anyway. So let me fix this and drop y'all back down. All right, welcome back to the kitchen. Yay, we made it. So let me tell you what we did this morning, which is super cool. We went on ahead and we finished some stuff that needed to be done in the living room this morning. So we're done for the day. So here's what I'm going to also do. If you notice on the refrigerator, I'm going to go ahead and take this down. This was from this past Sunday. So I'm going to take this down. This is no longer necessary, right? But my weekly meal plan is going to stay up until I get home because we're going grocery shopping. Okay. And what I want to make sure I do is to stick to the plan. So we're going to stick to the plan over there. And I'm going to be adding to it throughout my work week, my work day, to see what items we're going to actually purchase. So I'm going to be following some of the deals and stuff that's happening when it comes to the local newspapers and stuff like that. So we'll be doing that later on today. Okay, so that's done. We are done with that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my planner and get it popping. We're going to get it popping. So here we go. So again, here we are. So I dusted. So I'm going to cross that off my list, made my bed, and then I took out the trash from upstairs. Okay. So we're done with that. We're done with that part. Okay. But we do have the rest of the day that we have to contend with. So what I'm going to do is I have my blank sheet here of the 6 most important things I need to do for the day. Right. So here's my list. Here's my list. And all I'm going to do, if you notice, have all my papers and stuff here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to enjoy that cool breeze. That's one. We're going to enjoy the cool breeze, but I'm also going to write down my 6 most important things I have to do for the day. Okay. So there's my form. Here's all my stuff that I usually work with. So I've got my planner, I've got planner papers. So that means that I've been planning here, and I'm going to finish this because I still use my handy dandy notebook. This is specifically for the house. Okay. Because a lot of times what we find is we get so caught up in everything that needs to be done throughout the house that throughout our day and throughout our lives, that we absolutely forget that we still have to do things like take out the trash, wash the dishes, wipe down the counters and stuff like that. So this right here, I'm going to be moving. But guess what this isn't? Listen very closely, folks. Guess what this isn't? This was not something that I circled. So guess what? This stays here. Not because I'm a junky person, but because I'm super busy and I just leave things where they are so that I can remember them when I see them. But sometimes, even if I don't write it down, I don't do anything with this. So I'm going to write down organized planner pile. Okay. Something else I want to do today is I want to assign dishes to Lily because she's home for the summer. She can help. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put that on the list that I have here. So I have my organized dishes, organized common areas. So we've done that already. So we're going to assign dishes to Lily. Okay, that's done. Again, that's just for today. I'm going to clean out the car on my lunch break. But do you see how that is? So I'm going to put that here. And all I'm going to do is clean out my car. If you notice, I can pick from one of these, like organize my office. Okay, when I go into the office, I'm not doing that today. I got stuff to do. But clean out my car, I can do that. I can do that. It's a hot mess. I'm not even going to lie to you. I could vacuum my car, not going to do it today. And I can wipe down the car interior, not going to do that today. This is something that I can do on maybe, say, for instance, another day of the week or whatever, right? But I have an option. I don't have to do everything at once, because that is where a lot of people get twisted because they get overwhelmed. Don't do it all at once. Break it down. Break it down. Okay. So organizing the common areas, that definitely needs to happen. So that means the vacuuming and the dusting of, say, for instance, our upstairs family room, and also the common areas, which are like the downstairs bathroom that a lot of us use on a regular basis. So I'm going to put this on the refrigerator, and I'm also going to put my time block on the refrigerator. Okay. Because then we'll know exactly what time to do specific things around the house or those common places that we frequent, like the car. Okay. So I'm going to clean out my car on my lunch break. And something else that I want to do, since I have an hour lunch, is I want to take a 30-minute walk. Walk for 30 minutes. Okay. I'm also going to meditate later on. I did it this morning, so that's one of the reasons why I'm so chill. And then guess what I'm going to do? Shut it down at 10 p.m. Shut it down. It's hard to do, but if you have your day planned out, you can do that, because I like to be up by 5 or 4:30 in the morning. So you got to get to bed to get your rest. Okay. So I'm going to finish writing down the 6 most important things that I have to do for the day. Can you guys see that? The 6 most important things that I have to do for the day. And anything that's left over from this 6 list, leftover tasks for tomorrow, is where it goes. So you write these down that you didn't finish here, and this becomes your 6 most important things to do for the next day. You put that at the top and you work your way down. Okay. So I'm going to take this with me. I am going to put my tasks by the day on the refrigerator. That's going to be the best thing to do. And my time blocks. So the time block is already written out. I've already done my 7 a.m. and my 8 a.m. tasks. I'm done with that. So I can put this on the refrigerator and I can kind of look at it and say, hey, I've already completed that. I'm feeling really good about it. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Good morning. Good morning to those of you all who are joining. We are talking about this planner. Okay, much better. Ooh, I thought I was looking up in the sky. So there we go. Good morning. Hi, Mimi. How are you? That's my nickname, Mimi. That's really cool. That's really cool. Welcome, welcome. So we're talking about a planner this morning. Welcome to the Day Shift. It's your girl Paulette, and I am the host of the Day Shift, which is actually airing live right now on KCCR Radio. But actually it's not. It'll be airing in about an hour. So whatever I'm doing right now is going to end up on the air later. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on my refrigerator. I'm just running around. I wish this thing would follow me. And I have one that does it. I just don't like to use it. So I'm going to put my tasks by the day up here with my little brass holders. I'm going to put that there. And my tasks for the day in the time blocks. And then we're also going to organize common areas upstairs. Done. We're done. That's it. That's all we got to do. It's up. It's ready to go. And on the other side of my refrigerator door are my menus for the day. And we're going to go grocery shopping a little bit later today. But the reason why I came on here is because this sucker right here, I created it, first of all, for me and also for my daughter. We are people who our brains are constantly running all the time. And you guys know what I mean? Some of you do anyway. And so I created this because I felt like if I'm dealing with this, if other people are if my daughter is dealing with this, then we're not the only people that are dealing with this issue where we are constantly asking our brains to slow down. And a lot of times what happens is when our brains don't slow down, we end up just not doing anything because we're so overwhelmed. What these steps have done for me so far is number one, using a planner really, really helps. But using a planner that is specifically for people like us who need bite-sized pieces of the bigger picture is a godsend. And I had to create it because I was tired of my own self. I was like, oh, God, I don't feel like doing it. So I would just sit down. And then it wouldn't get done at all because life kept happening. And so instead of just not doing anything about it, my daughter called me one day and she was like, if I could just get my brain to just stop just for a few minutes, I could get something done. She comes home from work, she said, and the minute that she does, she looks around the house and it's like, you know what, this is too much. And then she just sits down and it's like, I can't even function because I'm overwhelmed. Stop overwhelming yourself and make lists. And the game of this is cross it off as you go. The other thing is that this particular planner literally does the work for you. Because again, if you look here, it gives you options: AM, midday, PM. You're going to circle one item and you're only going to do that one item. And here's what else is really cool. You don't have to do it you don't have to jump up and do it at that minute. Give yourself a time block. That's what this is for. Give yourself a time block. That's it. You block that time off and you do what you need to do. That's it. And when you're done, you're done. Your 3 items for the day. Stop overwhelming yourself. Stop overwhelming yourself. That is a tips, topics, and talk segment all by itself. And I say that because I literally have to stop my brain from running. It's like I was at the grocery store last night and this is a true story. Because normally, y'all know, I come on here and I drink coffee while I'm talking to you all. Guess what I forgot to get while I was at the grocery store because my brain was running a mile a minute? Coffee pods. Coffee pods. I forgot my coffee pods. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have ground coffee in here. I don't have the energy today. I don't have it because I have to go into the office today. It's Spirit Week today for Juneteenth week. And so we're going to be celebrating that at work starting today. So we'll be celebrating it the rest of the week. Cullen's Corner is going to be here broadcasting live on Thursday. And we're actually going to do a show this week in commemoration of the first Juneteenth. That is a federal holiday. So we're excited about that part. And then I'm going to come on and we're going to be doing some reading of the Emancipation Proclamation and stuff like that. So we thought that would be pretty cool to kind of do. And actually we do it every year, but this year it's a little bit different because we have more followers. We have more listeners around the world. And so big shout out to all of the people who are currently listening to us in all of the strangest. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. I can tell you where y'all listening at, which is really, really cool. I want you all to know that we know where you're listening from. So I'm going to pull up my report. I got a report that tells me where you guys are listening from. And it's pretty cool. Here it is right here. And so we really appreciate you. Wow, Saturday was a really busy day for us. So let's tell you guys. So it's usually like a day behind. Listen, Beijing, thank you so much for listening. Vancouver, thank you. Ulaanbaatar, thank you so much for listening. So the top 10 countries, I'm only going to give you the top 4. United States, of course, China, Mongolia, and Canada. You guys are absolutely listening. And the US of A, y'all killing it, especially in Miami, Yakima, Richland, Washington, D.C., Shreveport, and Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you so much for listening to KCCR Radio, the Brownsville Center. We do appreciate you guys for logging in, downloading the app, which absolutely you can see over here, up there. You'll see it. If you download the app, that's the logo that you're actually going to look for on your Android or your iOS devices. And so definitely keep up with that. Head on over to, let's see, mybrownstonerliving.com. You can get more tips, topics, and talk with the Brownstone Living newsletter. It is actually out right now. Go over to our Facebook page, which is the Brownstone Center or Brownstone Worldwide. You can search for both, and you'll be able to see the link for the newsletter for this month. And what's really cool, it doesn't cost you a thing, and you can get in there and you can find out savvy ways for you to save more money for the summer, especially since a lot of us are going to be spending a lot more time closer to the house. I know I am. And so we have to get really creative in the ways that we're going to be spending time with our families, especially with gas as high as it is and with the shortages that we currently have. How do we continue to enjoy our family, our lives, and things like that, knowing that everything is going through the roof? And it absolutely is a trying time for everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to share as much information that I can about the things that we're doing here locally to make sure that we get as much out of this life that we can without spending a bunch of money to do that. And that's going to be super important. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is to head over to mybrownstonerliving.com. We have some things that we definitely want you guys to check out over there. The Brownstone Blend Seasoning Packs is actually on sale for the entire month of June over at My Brownstone Living. And it comes with a it's an actual starter pack. So it's 4 seasonings that we blended and came up with those seasonings. Number one, because I have what's called anosmia, and that's a difficult time having a sense of taste or smell. Okay. And I've had the injury now for about maybe 25 years or so. So I'm kind of used to it, but it makes it hard for me to distinguish between different flavors. So I created Brownstone Blends because I wanted to be able to attenuate flavor without making food salty, because my kids always say I have a heavy hand. And that's because I'm trying to cook for me. Right? So I had to learn how to kind of build a balance for the family. Okay. So when you go over to mybrownstonerliving.com, you'll see the Brownstone Blends starter pack. It comes with cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg. It comes with a turmeric jerk blend. It also comes with a garlic, lemon, pepper seasoning, and also the everyday blend. It comes with a Brownstone Living towel set and hand mitt set for your kitchen. And it also comes with 4 recipe cards. Right now it's 30% off if you use the code Love Live Breathe. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind. Now, we just talked about my planner. So let's put that up there, Love Live Breathe. That's the code that you'll use. Spell it just like that so that you can get it. But here's something else I want you guys to be aware of right now. Mr. KJ has designed a t-shirt, and this is our Juneteenth t-shirt. If I were you, I would go ahead and I would get that. And it is too over at mybrownstonerliving.com. You can go ahead and use One Nation at checkout for the tee. It takes 19% off the cost of the t-shirt. 19% off the cost of the t-shirt. And last but not least, if you are interested in finding out more about business funding, say for instance, you are literally tired of trying to find a bank or the SBA to provide you with the funding that you need to continue to grow and to scale your business, you can definitely check out Brownstone Business Loans. We actually work with several different loan brokers and loan companies to get you the funding that you need. What is the name of that website? It is getabbl.com. GetABBL.com for all your business loans needs. You can get a line of, business line of credit. And there are also other things that are offered with this particular service. So if I were you, I would absolutely check it out. If you don't need a business loan, you may be a gig worker, you may be a 1099, you may be an Uber driver, you may have other small businesses where you are generating revenue through your personal bank account. Guess what? You too can use getabbl.com, and that is getabrownstonebusinessloan.com. That's what that stands for. Okay. So go ahead and check it out. You won't be sorry that you did, because you can get funding into your bank account within 24 hours. And if you do it before 4:30 in the evening, sometimes you can get it into your account that same day, depending on the amount of money that you are borrowing. So definitely keep that in mind. You can go again over to getabbl.com for more info on your business loan needs. Business loan needs. You don't want to miss that. Okay. Take advantage of it. Absolutely take advantage of it. Now, listen, again, I want to thank all of the people who are this report just updated. Little Rock is listening in. Pine Bluff is listening in. Dallas is listening in. Fort Lauderdale is listening in. We have Paris who just jumped on. Okay, so thank you again for all of the people who are currently listening to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. That's just the myriad of my list here that's on my phone. I actually get a report and I can refresh it and see who's currently listening and where you are listening. So we pay attention to you guys, so we'll know where and how to cater. But please know that KCCR is growing. And if I were you, if I wanted my own show on KCCR, what I would do is I would go over to mybrownstoneliving.com. Again, that's mybrownstoneliving.com, the same place that you can sign up for the Brownstone Living newsletter. You can head over there and see where it says become a host and find out what it costs to be a part of the Brownstone family. And it's not a lot. That's the cool part, okay? You can get a 30-minute show and you can get a 1-hour show. Completely your choice. You can work directly with us to do what you need to do. Now, we do have several different tiers that are a part of our program, and we're going to be sharing more information about that with you. Good morning. Good morning to everybody who's coming on. I appreciate everything that you guys do when you come on and you talk to me. You let me know where you are, that kind of thing. And then here's something else. Thank you so much for those people who have ordered items from Brownstone Living, ordered their t-shirts, things like that from us. The cool thing is that there's more to come. We're going to be researching some of the hottest items and making sure that they're available on mybrownstoneliving.com specifically for you. Now, let me tell you, if you want this Brownstone Living day-by-day newsletter, I'm sorry, not the newsletter, but the planner, and you want all of the instructions that come with it, because I know I was talking really fast. Guess what you can do? You can go ahead and get it at bit.ly, my Brownstone Planner. Bit.ly, my Brownstone Planner. Guess what, folks? It's only $10. It's only $10. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. Boom. There it is. Bit.ly, my Brownstone Planner. And this sucker right here, I tell you again, this is for people like me who literally need to get it together and need help organizing, taking care of the household. This is super important. Okay. So I actually do use this because this is something I had to create specifically for myself and for my daughter. Okay. So again, you can print it out. You can leave this. I like to print mine out and put it in my hands, but you can actually leave it on your iPad or your iPhone or your other tablet, and you can literally just use your stylus and write in there and just swipe it away as the day goes by and use it again. Me personally, I want to put it in my hands. I want to take it with me. I might get creative and take it with me on my tablet or whatever, but for now, I kind of like it like this. Okay. So do remember, you can get your personal planner here, My Brownstone Living, at bit.ly/my Brownstone Planner. bit.ly/my Brownstone Planner. All right, you guys, I have to get going. All right. But please know that you don't have to take the bulk of your day to get stuff done. Take it in bite-sized pieces and commit to doing it during a specific time of the day, which is why we have the time blocks. That's a part of the Brownstone Planner. We're going to be sharing more information about how to use it. And then I will see you guys later on this evening for tips, topics, and talk. You guys, go ahead and download the KCCR My Brownstone Living, the app, or go to kccrthebrownstone.com and take a listen in. It's just a myriad of different things that's happening right now with music. We're going to be popping in the news a little bit later, but you guys, we're making some additional changes. We have some new air personalities that have officially joined the KCCR, the family. So welcome to DJ Tony Hernandez. He's going to be joining us on Saturdays and Sundays from 6 to 9 p.m. on KCCR. He's going to be giving us the best of the eye of the storm. So I'm excited for that. Tonight, don't forget, Urban Minimalist is with us at 8 p.m. to help you bring down the day and help you to expand your melatonin. Okay. It's a beautiful segment that she does every single night, Monday through Thursday. And then DeCarlo Collins is going to be sitting on the front porch giving us the news and information that you can use on Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. So I'll come on a little bit earlier so that you guys can hang out with me as well. We're going to be doing some cooking this week and getting ready for the Sunday brunch. So I'm going to be sharing with you how I'll come up with the topics that I do for the Sunday brunch for Sundays. And then, of course, what's for brunch? So many things that are happening this week. But you guys, I got to get ready. I got to get to the office. In the meantime, it's 3 things that I always ask for you to do. Are you ready? Listen closely. Love your life. It is the only one that you have. Live your life to the fullest and enjoy every single experience that you desire. And then breathe through every single moment. Because as long as you keep breathing, you take one breath and then another and then another and then another, you will get through to the next moment. It's your girl Paulette. This has been the Day Shift. I will see you all this evening for tips, topics, and talk. You all enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.